Welcome back, Frontiersmen. So the following footage is from March 6th stream. I had already started the normal Abyss Floor 1 as part of the Commander's Pathway. So what you're about to see is the last few stages of it going into Depth 1, and then we'll have a following video for each depth. Thanks for watching, guys. So we had our day 10 log in here. I did start this count February 14th. So it is closer to like 20 days, but I didn't do anything with it. So when they rolled out the referral program, their game checked and saw that I installed the game on Steam on February 2nd, so I was automatically unavailable to make use of the referral bonus program. So that plus other issues, they put that on hiatus for a little bit. Few days your team is level 50s, not even getting close to a 60 yet. Gotcha. Well, that's the thing. It comes down to what you're working on, right? Like I've chose to strictly focus on this guy getting up there because I know he's got uses in so many other areas. I need the XP. So this is almost 2 more 5 stars here. I'll need the XP. That's fine. Work on that offline. Alright, let's go to normal Abyss. See what we can get done. I know I need the XP on here. So you can see I did do half the stuff here. There's still plenty more to do in here. Not doing frag battles. I have to do so many more missions before I can even do this. Some of this is gatewayed. This is not, your normal Abyss is not like Hard Abyss. Not useful. Not useful. Not useful. DJ, Willie Gamish murder bet. Go. Yeah, so here's where I'm at. I mean, so I have what, 4 level 50s? Beat the Willie. Yeah, 4 level 50s. So if I just filter in here by level, okay, it already is. So these are 5 stars, but they're food, right? So I probably need a 5-star Flamel because people are more likely to have Flamel than me actually making use of Chimmy. But at this point, like I said before, any legendary you pull is worth making 50. If you pull him, use him. As far as this is kind of where it goes to earlier, CJ, when we're talking about units that and their usefulness. Like, so Sokol, she's garbage. 80% damage. Now, I'm pretty sure there's something in her skills tree that gives her more use out of that, right? Her pattern changes. But, okay, so what? Her S1 will go from 80 to 90, 100, 110, 120, 130. Versus if you look at Butcher, who does have some skills. So not fair, right? But so this is already 140, and he still has more skills to go. On his S1, I'm going to get new pattern. It'll be 150, 160. And it's just like, so Sokol feels really limp in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, Palace is always pretty good. Guardian, Butcher Palace with him. Chimmy, Guardian, Butcher Palace. So who's your 5th? Jimmy, Butcher Palace. You would have a 5th on there, generally speaking. I don't think Chime's doing much right now. Truth be told, I wanted to give... let's see here. Not even about giving, but it's actually probably a better unit to have on here. This will go in and Yarrow still. Okay, yeah, Yarrow, I have a hard time caring about Yarrow. I spent way too much time focusing trying to make Yarrow Wisteria team work in Vault on my main account, and then when I finally gave up and just said fuck it and went direct damage once I pulled Valkyrie, that changed everything, and then I pulled Sentinel, and then that was an explicit game changer. I was using Volk before, so ideally I would totally drop Sokol for Volk. If I pulled Volk, that would be... Volk would instantly be something better for me. The reason I say that is... So we're just looking at Butcher real quick, and you're looking at his stats. So if I had Volk, cool, one little thing, like, do I have an implant yet? No, I don't have any. So odds are I'm probably going to get a 4 or 5 star crit rate implant of some kind for this guy. But if I had Volk, suddenly I'm always hitting with 100% crit rate. And that's huge. Like, when I pull beacons on the day 14 update video, no, probably not there. I'll probably wait until the actual next legendary event, which, is it next weekend? No, we just had Chimmy, so we should have a... CJ, are you here? Confirm. We're about to have a epic 50-50 3-unit event, I think, this week. Is that what the next thing is? If you're allowed to say. There's a cycle to these things, and I haven't... I should write it down, but... You are lurking here? Is the next summoning event is where you have 3 epics that are on 50-50s? Is that correct? Or is there a dedicated epic? Because the last dedicated epic was Volk. I should have pulled on that with this account, but I wasn't ready to make it yet. I was working too much normal job stuff. Is it public knowledge what the next event is? And if so, is it public knowledge what the next unit is? Is there usually, if Branks is lurking, I can pry some info out of him? Spoilery me. Got you. That's fine. Here's a question. Does normal Abyss actually change? Like, based on what it is, or is it just the same event for everyone who comes into it? Obviously, I don't remember from my free-to-play account if it was or not. Yeah, this is useful in its own way. We'll burn 10 energy for that. Normal stays the same. So I think with normal, and I've mentioned this I think to Rux and Branks for sure. If this turned into a frag abyss, like you could repeat it, but you can only use epics. Like, I think that would be an interesting challenge to make replayability. From a game design standpoint, for me, it feels like this being playable once by anyone, it's a hole of content that's unused. So being able to, you can use whatever you want your first time through, but your second time through on a monthly reset, cool. Now it's the whole thing is a giant frag battle. And I'm curious, if I don't clear it, does it reset, or does it just continue on into whatever floor for Infinity? I would say, well, so I say this from perspective of the other account. I'd like to be able, so say I can't clear it my first month. I'd like to be able to start over and work my way through it again to try and pick up some things along the way, pieces of gear, maybe a not refit, but a what you call it, an implant or two. Because it costs you no energy, it gives you something to do. Yeah, so if I could come back and farm him a few times and get some more of those. Get a new beacon. Equip an implant. Okay. So can I farm him? I can't even farm him to get more implants, possibly. Is there a battle missing in here? There's a frag battle. I'd have to drop Apex and Chimmy. Just stays how you left it. Got you. The Flamel, the hills. Oh, shouldn't need it. Could have probably just rolled in Apex by himself in the middle. Got its floor 1 frag battle. Hey, good morning, Rick. So it's the 3 epics. Do we know what they are yet? Salvation, Soul, Snapdragon. That's worth pulling on, even though I just discussed how I think Soul is shit and not very useful. Salvation skill ups will be huge. Snapdragon has a skill 1 defense down, which is useful as well. I won't have many beacons, but I will burn them. I might get 2 10 pulls by the time we get there. Good morning to you, Branks. Or good afternoon. Your early Colosso and Fenry clears. Yeah, so coming from other games, I really value defense down. I know it works differently in this game, but so like defense break, as it's called, like in Summoner's War, just applying it was automatically a 50% defense. There wasn't scales of it of like 30%, 40%, whatever. All 120k. Damn, CJ. You just trying to last forever?